Well, Bennett Kessler filed this story. Earlier this month, Mammoth Mountain Ski Area submitted a response to the Forest Service on how Mammoth Mountain will manage June Mountain this winter during its closure and when and how they plan to reopen it. Now, after Mammoth Mountain CEO Rusty Gregory announced that June Mountain would close due to financial problems and a reported annual loss of $1.5 million, Forest Service officials said that they would issue a letter of non-compliance to the mountain and require a response. Now, June Mountain sits on a forest permit, and the closure of the ski area for which the permit is issued amounts to non-compliance. Forest Service Public Information Officer Nancy Upham had earlier said that the Forest Service issued the letter to Mammoth Mountain on September 27th. Now, Upham had said that the corrective actions in the letter of non-compliance included submitting a report of actions and a schedule by which Mammoth Mountain, quote, intends to analyze and plan for the sustainable future of June Mountain Ski Area, end quote. Now, that document was due October 15th, and Upham said Mammoth Mountain did submit a sizable package. Forest Supervisor Ed Armena and Mammoth District Ranger John Regelbrugge are reviewing that document. Now, Upham said that Mammoth Mountain submitted information on an operations plan this winter to secure the site of June Mountain. Upham had earlier said that this plan has to identify how the mountain will provide for public safety and make sure infrastructure, equipment, and supplies are secured and monitored. The plan, she said, must address monitoring, avalanche control, signage, and emergency notification procedures. Now, Upham said Mammoth Mountain's report would set the foundation to address concerns and, quote, chart a path forward, end quote. She did say that revocation or suspension of the June Mountain permits remain an option for non-compliance with the terms of that permit. Upham clarified that the requirements in the June Mountain permit found to be in non-compliance include, quote, the failure to operate June Mountain Ski Area for public use, end quote. Meanwhile, the Mono County Tourism Commission and the June Lake Revitalization Committee continue to work on plans to promote visitorship to June Lake this winter in the absence of the ski area. Jeff Simpson, Mono County Economic Development Assistant, said that he and others were at work on plans that include marketing, transit, ambience of the town, and events. The Mono supervisors had approved $100,000 toward those efforts. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this report. Procrastination, that appears to have been the management style that Inyo County has used with the town water systems of Independence, Lone Pine, and Laws. Inyo took on those systems from LADWP about 20 years ago, and only now has it come to light that at least two of the systems will need nearly $10 million in repairs and upgrades, and that Inyo County has no capital improvement fund to do it. The Independent Civic Club and the Lone Pine Chamber of Commerce organized a public meeting on that issue, and that was scheduled for this evening. That was scheduled to start at 6 o'clock at the Owens Valley School multi-purpose room behind the gym. Now, the news about the serious financial situation with Lone Pine and Independent Systems, it came to light a couple of weeks ago when Interim Public Works Director Doug Wilson reported to the Inyo County Board of Supervisors that the California Department of Health Services conducted an inspection and laid out the aged condition of the systems and the expensive needs. Now, the water systems were transferred to Inyo County as part of the long-term water agreement and as a mitigation measure for pumping by the LADWP. The groundwater had seriously gone down in southern Inyo from LADWP pumping, and officials said that they would keep water rates down so citizens could afford to keep their trees, shrubs, and grass alive. Now, the ghost of water rate increases looms large. The short story is Inyo County did not insist that DWP upgrade the systems to state standards and instead took $2.5 million from DWP to contract for the work. It didn't all get done, and now there is no reserve fund, even though the county had said part of the water rates would go into such a fund. Well, instead of funds, let's talk about some fun entertainment this week. Tuesday, the Bishop Community Concerts Association is presenting the SF Munich Trio, which offers, according to a press release, a judicious sampling of styles and periods. The SF Munich Trio will be performing at the Dorothy Joseph Auditorium, Bishop Union High School. And again, that'll be Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. You can call the Bishop Community Concerts Association at 760-873-8202 or online bishopcca.org for more information. And starting this Friday, it's Seussical the Musical. That's presented by Playhouse 395, and a press release for that states, "It's not just for children. This charming musical brings the magic of Dr. Seuss characters alive for all ages." Again, that's Seussical the Musical, starring high school and middle school students, and that's presented by Playhouse 395, and that'll be the next two Fridays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. with Saturday matinees at 2 p.m. and again also at the Dorothy Joseph Auditorium. More information on that at 760-920-9100 or playhouse395.com. And this week it's Barefoot in the Sanctuary. That's a play by Eva Poole Gilson with special musical introduction by Gillian McChesney, singer, accompanied by Greg Smith and Joe Cadati. Now, Barefoot in the Sanctuary is a one-woman show, and for these performances will be performed by the author. Now, according to a press release, there is nothing particularly racy about this show, but it's not for children. It's based on the events, poems, and songs that have influenced the playwright's life. Now, this is a work in progress, and your commentary afterward will be appreciated. Barefoot in the Sanctuary proceeds will sponsor the Writers Actors Guild Winners Show. Barefoot in the Sanctuary will be performed at the Inyo Council for the Arts, South Main Street in Bishop, this Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. with a Sunday matinee at 3 p.m. You can reserve your seat by calling 760-872-2446. We'll be back with a weather report.